Week 4, kicking off holiday challenge this week. We need to really buckle down because we know that Christmas Eve and all that stuff is going to be next week. So we want to be able to enjoy ourselves and not really have to worry about anything. So let's try to aim for that, 80% or better nutrition target. So we talked about eating slower on week 1. Week 2, we talked about having, a hand-sized piece of protein with all of our meals and having a good quality protein source for our meals. And week 3, we talked about vegetables. So we want to make the majority of our plate or our meal vegetables, those low calorie dense foods, right? Like the grapes over the raisins or broccoli over French fries, things like that. So coming to French fries, not the best because they're mostly fat, but this week we're going to be talking about carbs, right? Things like potatoes, rice, bread. I want to kind of dispel some myths. A lot of y'all might think that carbs make you fat. They don't. Eating too many calories or eating too much food over a long period of time is what makes us fat and unhealthy and causes a whole host of issues, not just carbohydrates. The thing is, if we focus on having our meals majority vegetables, lean protein, we're going to have a lower calorie meal, and we're going to be really able to stay full and feel full. And I don't want you to be afraid of carbs. So this week, let's focus on having about 4 fingers worth some carbs with our meal, right? So majority vegetables, lean protein, and we get some rice, potatoes, whatever it may be. So don't be afraid of carbs. Another thing we want to think about when we're going to eat our foods, right, and make our meals. Like, food's one of the most enjoyable things about life, right? Having a good, tasty meal. But we want to make sure that, we're not looking to, gorge on our unhealthy meals every meal. So if you think about it like an alcoholic, sure, it's okay to have a drink every once in a while, but if you're drinking with every meal, you might have a problem, right? It's definitely not going to be good for your health. So it's the same thing when we're looking at, overeating on foods that aren't vegetables and proteins, right? So yes, it's good to have those foods. We love eating those foods, but let's think about why we're eating them, right? Let's get in control of why we eat what we eat and why we eat how much that we do eat, right? So a little bit of carbs, stay strong, let's hit those activity goals.